Hi, my name's Gianna. I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania called Phoenixville. I am the baby of 6 children. My mom and dad divorced when I was just a baby. Life was pretty tough for my mom, trying to raise 6 children by herself and being a single mom. If I count it right, I think I moved 15 times before I turned 18 years old. Now knowing what a dysfunctional family means, I would say that my family modeled after that. If you were to ask me when I was a kid if I was happy, I think I would have told you yes. The one thing that I knew was missing in my life and I really longed for was a relationship with my father. He was pretty much absent my whole younger life. Not growing up with a father, it was really hard. I internalized it. I thought that that was something wrong with me. I thought that that was something that I did to make him go away. And I just wondered why he wasn't there. And so I sought for that acceptance and love in other places, and it made life hard for me. When I was young, down the street from one of the many places that I lived was a small Methodist church. And I don't know how it is that I showed up there one day, but I did. And there was a young minister and his wife, and they just took me in and they loved on me and they made me part of their family. It was there that I learned about Jesus and I learned about the stories of the Bible. When I was 16, I got the opportunity to spend some time with my father. We were supposed to meet at one place and it didn't work out, and so I ended up meeting him downtown in a bar. And as I sat there at the bar with him, he told me these wild stories, and he had this bowling bag with him, and he told me he was going to go on this drug run, and I just sat there thinking, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is what I longed for. This is what I wanted in my life. And I knew that all the things that my mom had told me about him were true. From that moment, I decided I didn't no longer want him in my life. He had no part there, and I pretty much wrote him off. After I asked Christ into my heart, I was about 18, he really began to change the way I felt about people, and especially in regards to my father. I no longer had all those hatred feelings towards him. I felt sorry for him, and I wanted to get to know him, and I wanted to have a relationship with him. By this time I had moved out to California and I had lost contact with him. So I looked him up and got his number and called him up, and from that point on I'd say that we became friends. A few years later he died. It was a really sad day, but I was at peace in my heart knowing that I had forgiven him and I didn't hold any bitterness and resentment towards him. Making the choice to forgive others instead of holding on to my hurts has just allowed so much blessing in my life. I don't any longer filter my life through how situations and experiences make me feel, but how it makes other people feel. And it's such a good feeling to be able to be a blessing to others and not walk around bitter and hurt. And walking in forgiveness gives me the freedom to be me. That's a good place to be.